All right, people, Catfish Dave here. Y'all that regularly watch my videos will see me in this shirt a lot. I bought all this summer gear from Bass Pro Shops, all this fancy looking stuff, and man, I burn up in it. I feel like I'm gonna pass out in it. For some reason, this Costa Del Mar shirt, it's 100% cotton, and it's the only thing I can live with out here when it's 97 degrees. Heat index of like 106. Either way, I was gonna do a night video because it is so hot. Thunderstorms are around. My thing is, I hate fishing at night. I can't stand it. So if I can somehow pull off a video during this last part of the afternoon, you can see the sun's getting lower and lower. I guess it's about 4 or 5 in the afternoon here now. Yeah, if we can pull off a video before it gets dark, I'm all about that. Down here, people's gonna recognize this. That is Chickamauga Dam. I'm on the upper end of it, Chickamauga Lake here. Looking at some structure on the bottom. I've been riding around it. Once in a blue moon, I see something. We're just getting off the spawn, so you know, I would expect the upper end of the reservoir is better fishing, but there's just not as much traffic down here. You start getting up there around Harrison Bay, just too many big boats in the water this time of year, so we're gonna fish down here. Yeah, right now I ain't seeing squat. The plan is to drop a couple suspended baits and just cruise slow around this thing. I may throw a dragon rig out the back. We'll see what happens. Let me go ahead and grab one out. When I'm spot locked, you know, this thing will be like an anchor fishing rod, and when I'm moving, we'll be dragging it. So this way we don't have all our baits just right where the boat is, because I'm not seeing a lot. Okay, there's something right there. Not very big, but there is something there. Either way, let's bait up. See what we can catch out here. And then I'm gonna have to hydrate. I've got a head. I think I'll put a skipjack head, a white bass chunk, and maybe a skipjack chunk on to start with. Man, this ice is melting fast. I even put salt in it this time. You know, someone said that'll make it last longer. It's still melting. It's hot. They are forecasting storms, possible, real possible around 6, so that's not far from now. I see something starting to develop right there. Let's drop a bait down here. We're 49 foot. I'll drop a chunk of white bass on the right side of the boat. Shoes untied. If it wasn't for this wind out here that we got right now, there's no way I could stand it out here. I do believe this is the hottest 2 days we've had all year, and it's been a hot one this year. Pick that up off the bottom. About 1.5 feet. Let me check that again because I was not paying attention. I was talking. Get the sinker, come up, and then I'm gonna give it another turn and quarter or so. Get it 1.5 feet, couple foot off the bottom. Yeah, due to the big chance of storms, I like this spot because the ramp is right over there. When I first pulled up here, it was storming, and there was some guy, he could not get his boat back on the trailer. He finally just tied it off to the dock for a while. It beat up against the dock. Big white caps going on. Yeah, we'll start out with this method, and we may just drag the center of the channel. A lot of times I do well just dragging the center of the channel when these fish come off the nest. But we'll try around the structure first. The dragon rig. We'll give it a toss. This way we're not got all our baits right here. All right, y'all, we're there. And get some stuff out to start hydrating. I got my old straw hat on. I may get it out. The old George Strait special here. There we go. Grab a water. I've only got 4 waters and 4 of these electrolytes. It's good stuff right there. I got a bologna sandwich in there. I got some cheese in there. Okay. Yep, I seen a fish on the screen there. Right when that went down. Small fish come up and took a bite out of that right there. You can see the little line right there where he come up and grabbed it. We ain't been here real long, well, I've got about 3/4 of my water drank here. That was on the white bass. Yeah, I've got a bunch of rain coming down right there. I can see it falling out of that one small cell right there. There's been some lightning with these things, so that's one reason I don't want to be out here. Okay, I see that thing towering. There's a huge tower over that thing. That's an actual storm forming up. We may have to go back in for a minute. That thing's spreading a big tower way up in the sky. That one's gonna have some lightning with it. I'll just go ahead and drop this in the cooler. We'll come back out here. That thing is shooting over that way. I can see the, and I'm hearing the thunder, which means there's lightning. And there was quite a bit popping earlier. Wow, that's really hitting the mountain over there. Yeah, I don't know what it's gonna do, but I can't get my stuff soaked. There's a fish right there. There's a fish right there. We might be reeling something in before. I'm feeling raindrops. I gotta go. This thing is trying to form right up over the top of me. There he is. Let's get him in. Yeah, this thing's trying to form right over the top of me, y'all. Go ahead and fire my motor up. Yeah, I can't get all this stuff wet. Get up here. There you go. All right, we'll let him go at the dock. I'm gonna get tied off and get my camera and stuff under cover. We'll let him go. Y'all, that thing is really close to me. It's getting closer. I'm gonna cover this camera for now, y'all. Check, check. We're gonna try it again and cooled it off a little bit. Now the wind's blowing a little different direction. It was coming down this way when we started. It's still pouring over that way, but it looks like it's leaving me, so. There's been a lot of lightning with this stuff. That one there only put out a couple of times, but you just never know. I'm no fan of sitting in the middle of the lake being the highest thing sticking up when lightning's popping. There's a bite. There he is. There he is. There he is. Oh shoot, he's pulling some line. There we go. On the white bass. I seen him. Oh no, did he let go of that? Man, I thought he let go of it. That was a roll. They're not easy to come by out here right now. And I'm getting way, way off my course here. Since I believe the fish has got me off my course. A suspended piece of white bass. I think this is better than the first one anyhow. It is. Man, I thought that fish was bigger than that. He ain't much bigger, I'll tell you. Man, he hit it like he was something. Well, shoot. Get on up in there. He hit it like he was something. Yeah, I'm not marking a lot. I occasionally see them. These are little summer-sized fish. No, don't get all aggressive. Real slimed up from the spawn. I'm gonna have to get a rag out. All right, y'all, that wind has stopped and it's really feeling hot. Might need to throw a fan on the old camera there for a minute. There's a bite. Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. There we go. On the white bass. He nailed it hard, but I don't think he's that big of a fish. He just slammed it. I felt too much tail kicking around there. The way the rod went over, I thought we had a 100-pounder there for a minute. Get back on course here a little bit. Yeah. This one ate the white bass. Dragging. So each rod's caught a fish. It's slow, but each rod has caught a fish. Get back over some more. There's some bubbles. Come on in here. He nailed that white bass. Look how hard he's pulling. That's the biggest one of the day. Come on around up here. That's the biggest one of the day. Come on. Yeah, now I'm too much to the right. We're gonna hang up here. Better than the first two. He slammed that rod, man. I thought for sure we had Moby Dick on there. Got my white bass off there. Yeah, just a little bigger than the first two. All right, y'all, I got my video lights hooked up. Now I gotta make sure my boat lights are working. I don't fish nights, so what can happen is these boat lights can sit so long, you get out here, and they get rained on and stuff in the boat, and you go to actually try to use them, and you find out your lights ain't working. I probably should have tested this at the ramp before I come out here, but I've got time to get back to the ramp if I start checking it now. Navigation, anchor. Nothing happening yet. Actually, there it goes. We had to move it around it a little bit. All right, y'all, I hate cutting bait at night because you can't see it, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut some. Looks like we're here for a little longer. I'm gonna cut up a white bass for sure, in case they're hitting white bass good. We're gonna cut up a couple skipjack. These are some skinny skipjack. They're all spawned out. I mean, just ain't got no weight on them. That's a thin old skipjack right there. Old long skinny tail piece. All right, we got some skipjack cut up. I guess I'm going to ease my way over towards the outside bend channel ledge. I'm going to pull these suspended baits. And we're going to get more aggressive. Try a little night dragging. It has been very slow so far to get the 3 fish we've got. Maybe they will turn on at night. Maybe we're on the wrong end of the reservoir, being this close to the dam during this part of summer. Maybe we should be farther upriver. But I don't like the boat traffic farther upriver. So here we are. Okay, I've got skipjack. I got plenty of bait cut up. Good enough to see what's going to happen. I see the buoy up here, so we're getting close to my ledge here. I'm going to go ahead and turn my boat here in just a minute. I want to run a couple baits right on the ledge. All right, y'all. Let's give the boat a turn. We're going to head up the channel, watch the sunset. There is a bit of a breeze, which is good because that will keep the mosquitoes off me. One thing I hate about fishing at night is the bugs. especially out here in these shorts. Short sleeve shirt. It's about too hot to wear anything else. And I do have to keep an eye on the weather because these storms that are popping quick. They can literally just pop right over the top of you. Come on, fishy, fishy. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's a good one right there. Yeah, right on that ledge. I believe that's a good one, y'all. He hit hard. Let me slow this boat down. I was trying to get around this buoy over here. He pulled some line out. Skipjack head right on the ledge. Come on in to me there, old fishy. He's coming in. He's coming in. Now he ain't coming in. Come on in here, old fishy. Now he's coming in again. We'll see if he's a big fish or just a really aggressive fish. He hit like a big fish. Stay out of that green board now. Stay out of that green board. Stay out of it. He's got to be at the top of the water, I think. He's the best one of the day. Best one of the day. Now that ain't gonna be easy to get him around that. There we go. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. That's the biggest one of the day. He ain't bad. He ain't a giant, but he ain't bad. Come on up in here. Okay. Now I can get this boat turned back the other way. All right, y'all. Biggest one of the day right before sunset. And he was on the ledge. You can see that buoy right there. Best one of the day. A long fish, definitely off the nest. Where's that hook at? That's the smallest hook I got. One of them owner SSWs. I'll get some lights on. It is darker than what it appears on the camera. Yeah, just tear everything I got up. All right, y'all. Best one of the day right before, nope. Oh, ornery, aggressive fish. Best one of the day. Hit hard. It's 9 p.m., y'all. Oh, shoot. There we go. 9 p.m. Man, when they hit it, they just drill it. These fish are hungry. They are hungry. And this one just slap dab out in the river channel there. Could be The night thing was the thing to do, y'all. This lets me know I don't have to be slapped up on a ledge. See, I'm starting to see more fish on my screen now that it's getting dark. I don't know if they're coming out of the mud and getting active, but we're definitely starting to see more fish on the screen. Come on up here. Another summertime fish, very ornery. A lot of kicking around up there. Yeah, I'm working my way up on the ledge, so let me turn the boat here, y'all. I don't think we have to be up on it. I think these fish are just inactive because of the hot summer sun. See, there's one right off the bottom. I'm starting to see fish now. Another one of them summer fish. That was on skipjack. Skipjack chunk. Oh yeah. Skipjack chunk. Look at the slime they're leaving on my line. That's that old spawn slime. Yeah. There's two. Ain't even quite dark yet. I just had a mosquito hit me in the eye. He found me through all this wind. A mosquito's got its own sound to it. Its own little irritating buzzing sound. Got a little active right before dark, and then it's kind of quieting off right now. Started to see some action on the screen. Now I'm not seeing no action. Keep an eye out for the barges coming down river. I don't see nothing. That'd be terrible to get plowed by a barge out here. I'm pulling my way up onto this ledge, shallower and shallower, to see if I can get something going on, because once it got dark, ain't nothing went on. So there's a really big flat we're working our way up on right now. Oh shoot. Okay. On the white bass piece on the flat. First fish after it actually got dark. We've had a couple bites, but that was it. Just some bites. Got a lot of line out because this was the amount of line I was dragging the channel with, and now we're up on a 20-foot flat, so he's way out there. But it is a fish on the flat, on white bass. I was wondering if they was going to eat white bass. It's a fish, y'all. That's all we can do. Reel in what's going to eat. Come on in here. Up on top of the water. Yeah, I'm pulling this thing about 0.7 back to the ramp. He's gonna get in that other line. No, you get out of there. It's amazing how hard they hit, and then you pull them up, and they're just not that big of a fish. When they hit, they are aggressive. Come on up here, Catfish. He's bigger than some of them we've hooked out here. I'm gonna let that head out. I don't know if it's got a bait on it because it got smacked awful hard. He's a longer fish. They're thin this time of year. Big enough to put a net on. Come on up here. Come on up here. This was a white bass chunk. Oh! He's just a little bigger than them day ones we was catching. That old white bass chunk got you, didn't it? Yeah, it's a fish. No monsters out here this trip, but we're getting bit and we're not just totally frying in the sun, so get on in there. Ah, on the skipjack head. On the skipjack head. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's another one after dark. I'm cruising up closer to the bank now on this flat. Still in about 23 foot here. Another summertime fish. Boy, when they hit it, they nail it. It's like there's not a lot around, but the ones that are, when they find it, they're hungry. They are aggressive. Yeah, we could be still, you know, quite a ways into spawn on this lake. Getting some, because when they're hitting, they're hungry, like they ain't been eating. There's a little dinky one there. That's like the ones we started out with. I wondered if that piece of skipjack was on there because it got a hard hit. Come on up in here. Man, they're just ornery. Ornery old fish. Come on, man. Get back up here, old fish. Yep. Old summer-sized slimy catfish. Get in there. Fixing to cross this creek channel. We may get hung up going through this thing. Oh, is that a bite? Did he stay on? What did he do? No. I don't think he stayed on, or did he? No, he didn't stay on. It's definitely a bite. It's that white bass head. We'll let out the skipjack head. I don't know what kind of condition it's in because it about got hung up once, but we'll let it out there. easing back towards the ramp, y'all. On the skipjack, I can see the ramp. This might be a better one. Is it? I believe this is a better one here. It feels different. I believe this is a better one here. There's a lot of bait in this area of this flat. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of head shakes out of this one. Not so many tail kicks. He's up at the top of the water. Come on in here. Back up at the top of the water. This one feels different. Not getting the little tail kicks. We might have the best one on here. I can't tell. He's staying on top of the water. I don't think that planer board popped loose. Or it's tangled up in it somehow. Okay, there she goes. Yeah, I kept thinking with all this bait in the water, the fish have got to be here. There he is. See what we got here. It's hard to tell, he's just staying on the top of the water. Odd fighting fish. Looks like a longer fish. Looks like a long, thin fish. I can't tell what we got. What do we got here? It's dark out, y'all. That might be the biggest of the day right there, biggest of the night. I believe it is. Yeah. On the flat, yes, that's the biggest one. That one's not too bad. Not too bad. We'll take it. We'll call this the final one. Come on up here. Come on up here. This net is all turned around here. Come on in here. I think we got him. Yeah, that's better fish. I'd say that's the biggest one of the evening right there. Yeah. A little better. Little better. Right on the top of the tooth patch there. Ouch! Quit biting me like that, man. Where's that rag at? I'll fix that. I'll fix that. What did we catch this on? Skipjack chunk. All right, y'all, we're gonna call it with this one. I got a good ways to drive. Not a bad one at all. Considering what we've been through, we'll take it. All right, y'all. Well, all right, y'all, day bite versus night bite. We spent about the same amount of time at night as we did in the day. We covered every scenario from the underwater island, suspend bait in the ledge, drug the center of the channel, drug the ledge of the channel, come up on the flat. Definitely more happened once it got dark. The biggest fish came after dark. So I would say the night bite is slightly better. It is a rough bite in this heat. Like I say, 97 with a heat index of 106 or something like that last couple days. It's been brutal out here. Either way, we're getting farther and farther away from the spawn. So now if we can just get the temperatures below the 90s, I believe we might see some good fishing. Either way, this is a video. There was some fish in the video. That makes the fishing video. This is Catfish Day with another one, signing out.